Here we go, look.
Looks like all the holes are being used here as well. And underneath.
Okay then, so we'll do the we'll go around clockwise, so we'll do the Eclipse and Retaliator next. Where's the actually we'll start on the left then, because we'll do the Reclaimer last and the Hollows then underneath. This is the first time we've seen that all opened up then, so this will be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this actually looks up pretty cool.
It does, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And to be fair, I don't like both these ships. I think the Eclipse, it just starts like it just looks like an American stealth bomber, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sleek, low cross section. Just yeah, it's a nice looking ship. Torpedoes need to come in their own, so we know there's lots of balancing going on with missiles and stuff at the moment, and missile torpedo gameplay is being looked at, but torpedoes are supposed to be a lot more impactful, so you can shoot them down, but if they hit, they're you're going to know, which is good. Which I think is how it should be. You should be guarding these type of things in. I guess like the old World War II thing with bombers, isn't it? You have the fighters guarding the bombers to deliver the bigger payload, but we don't. The gameplay doesn't really work like that at the moment. The same with the Retaliator, obviously, a bit more bigger. The elevator. But I'm going to go and power it up because it should open the bomb bay, then we can look underneath. So if we can do it manually. Oh, open it stereo, that'll do. Right, come back outside. I remember doing, I think we did this on Fleet Week as well, a little tour, but it's very much like a submarine type feel with it. Everything's all quite compact in. Actually, I think the beds are up here. I'll quickly have a quick look at the beds. It's a bit too compact because there's two of the guys looking around it. I want to come out the bomb bay, torpedo bay. Not off the top of my head, there's a few. I think one of the things people miss with this, because obviously at the moment used for torpedoes, but actually the rear bay is supposed to be bombs, which we don't have in game yet. So it is so, I guess, for land strikes as well. Obviously, we've got the A2s, the big bombers, but
Quite interesting what it says about them. One of the United Empire boats, most powerful warboats, ace dynamic react solitaire, a rotational weapons platform designed to strike and kill competent ships. Capable of using power projection, Italia squadrons have served with distinction against outlaws, the battle, and elsewhere.
yeah.
So I'm assuming this is just on like a strapping run across the top of the capital ship sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just get in range to deliver the payload. So again, ideally, I think that World War II kind of thing swings to mind. You have your fighters kind of escorting it in just to deliver that, yeah, those torpedoes or bombs. But it's a shame we don't really have that gameplay in at the moment. So we know we're a bit far away from that, but also there's quite a lot of talk on working on torpedoes and missile gameplay at the moment.
Pretty impressive ship.
Yeah, well, we were all flying them, weren't we, about a month or so back? Actually, it was after Fleet Week.
So you're one of the most expensive companies in the world these days, like. I think the 4.2, 4.4 mil.
So the actual bays are modular as well, so there's a few different variations. I think they changed some stuff on it because you used to be able to buy, I think it was battle upgrade kits, if I remember right it was called, so you could actually have a habitation unit here, so you could increase the crew size. I think there was a cargo one as well, so you could drop. So again, it's using that ship and being able to do multiple things with it. Oh yeah, actually, guy on chat's just said the same. Thanks, Street Up. Nailed it. But that's a good thing. So if someone's got it as a combat ship, they can then, you know, I guess some kind of refit is what they've been talking about with these, rather than just swapping them out. But it's not just a single purpose ship. Shit, Street Up.
I think it's quite interesting that likes of this and some other ships have got 42 on the side of them as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool to fly as well. Start to see a bit more use for it. One of the pledge ones now is the base unit, but it automatically gives you the bomber one because it's stripped out. It doesn't have anything in it. That's cool. I think it's some kind of strike team. You'd like to see it pan out so that there is a logistics angle to it. So, you know, even in a Kraken with the fighters as a support, isn't it? Whatever you're attacking, you'll bring them into range. But then you've got to think of refuel for these bigger ships that you might not be able to park on it, or if you're using an Idris, something like that. I'm just trying to stay more combat focused. But I think what we were talking about with the Argo one and the Pioneer stuff, all these things interlink. So someone's out there scanning and exploring, I guess, explorer ships, finding stuff for you to attack. And then you've got to bring it all together. But definitely I see torpedo gameplay kind of coming in a lot more than what it is now.
I think so as well. I mean, once you've identified a target, be a case of like these two, because you can get them down with a small AM signature, even an IR signature, and then just boom, drop the payload.
Especially against the bigger targets that we don't have in game. You know, I wouldn't expect an Eclipse to go and be able to take out you know, an Idris or something like that. But you'd expect it, if those torpedoes hit, you would expect them to do some damage. You know, the Idris should know about it.
You would have a squadron of them to take them down. You know what I mean? Easy.
But the physicalized damage gameplay comes into that now, and the death of spaceman stuff, because if the side of the ship gets hit, you know, if it's enough damage to bleed through the shields and actually damage the hull, you could have hull breaches, you could have components going out, or you know, the power distribution from that video a couple of weeks back could be now interrupted. You've now got injured people on your ship, and all it is because one torpedo hit. It's not took you out, but it's going to give you all that gameplay.
Oh yeah, it's used compromised.
Yeah. We did a tour of the Argo and Consolidated Outland tree dock, but we were about 2 hours just chatting shit. So we're going to try and kind of speed this one up a bit, because it's there's quite a few ships.
Oh, thank God.
So the heavy fighters. So that kind of leads a little bit to what we were saying, that the logistical element, because these could have got much further range. Obviously not as maneuverable as the little fighters, but I don't know. I guess depending on what you're planning, these would be probably good escorts.
Pack a canny punch. I mean, I've got a Vanguard warden as well. I bought one in game. And I enjoy flying it. It's a good ship.
Fixed weapons on the nose has been a bit of an issue, but we've just had that patch, wasn't it, not so long ago, that's done some assistance for fixed weapons, so they're kind of viable again, but I'd still expect it to be tweaked further. But even these are starting to look a little bit dated on the styling now.
Yeah, with the sort of wheels, tracks.
Yeah. Can we open it? Yeah, we can. I didn't see which one this was.
I think it's a harbinger. A Vanguard harbinger.
Oh yeah, so torpedoes. Which I'm not going to get in the seat. Actually, we spent an hour doing, wasn't it? We did the Ballista, the Eclipse, the Reclaimer, and we were filming, this is a while back now, but we were filming all the torpedoes and the loading mechanism, and they all, yeah, the fact that it will load the next one on, the Retaliator is quite interesting to see, because you can watch it from inside as well, and it will move the torpedo. The torpedo seems to be its own thing. So it'll launch, and the next one kind of rotates around and loads in line. It's pretty cool. But we'll probably have to do it again, because it was a bit glitchy on some of them, and then upload that, because it's just another level of detail that we've got in this game that people don't really see or notice.
I mean, I've got two flavors.
Oh, actually, can we? I'm going to jump in and power it up and see if it opens up the bay.
See, it's got the health and safety notices on, like, you know, kick and that, like, you know what I mean?
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Did it or not? Yeah. Missiles. Ah, the hoplite. This is my favourite one. Although we have to see how this pans out now, because we know the Redeemer's changed again.
Labs just crashed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I saw you leave party. Hopefully it pops you straight back in again, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no need to power this one up. That's pretty much it. It's just the drop seats. You know, with a lot of these, we've got the tools, we've got the ships. We're just lacking the gameplay to really use them. We do a lot of the bunker missions, but even that gets a bit repetitive.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see them start mixing with these slam missions now.
Yeah, yeah. We're starting to see the NPCs on the like the Starfarer Rex.
Well, it's not just that, it's just like the locations as well. Because now you've got to start thinking, well, no, I can't take a character there, I can't take can't take big ships there no more. You know, you've got to start thinking about the smaller ships, which are more suited for atmospheric flighting anyway.
Shall I power it up? Yeah, just straight fighter one. But the range on them is brilliant, for especially up and down the systems that we play at the moment, or the system.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, don't get us wrong, you can solo pilot it, but if you've got a guy in the turret as well, that makes it pretty good as well, like that.
Yeah, hopefully we see more on the MP E-Worry one, what that can do down the road. I think there's been talk on like spoofing your signal and stuff like that, and making ships look like other ships on scans, but we'll have to see, because it's not really anything detailed. And I don't think there's anything else in that heavy fighter area either. Tomorrow, is it tomorrow, Anvil? And then, so you've got the, I think the Hurricanes class as heavy, but it's really just a more medium, I'd thought. But with the turret on top.
That's just the flying.
Yeah, more glass cannon, as opposed to this is more of a brawler, the Vanguard. Right, your pip's showing back up, so
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna move to the next hall.
Oh, I've got your pip back. Right. I'll be where.
Tobin Expo Center would like to remind everyone that the first step to fun is safety. Walk, don't run.
Right, we've got to go to the other side. I just looked at the rear end of that reclaimer, look how close it is. It was actually in the wall. Just whiz through the components. Millimeters.
That is a massive ship.
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, but I mean, once salvaging comes in, this is from mature really.
Yeah, we keep. I think I said before, we keep getting the tools, but just waiting on some of the gameplay to use with them.
Heroes are made of. Visit these legends of battle for yourself.
I mean, it's slowly but gradually getting there.
Yeah, there's progress. It's the politest way of saying it, isn't it? Well, I think we have seen it this year. Next year seems to be kind of more possibilities for stuff coming into play. The Avengers, Penguin. I'm not too fussed with these ones because we'll just whiz around. Just some variants, isn't there? There's a cargo one, or a bounty hunty one, with some cells in the back. I think there's an EMP one, and then a more combat focused one. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think what's left now for. Got one more hall, and then we've got the centre and whatever's on the hollows. Although to be fair, we've probably not done the Avengers justice because they're really good. They're quite. Trying to think of the right word now. Capable. They're very capable ships. Yeah, I think for where they're placed, they are very capable. Ah, here we go.
No, I do like that hammerhead. I love that hammerhead. It just looks like it's top half obviously the Gladius.
So until we had the Star Runner just got released, I think the general consensus of the people we played the game with was that the Gladius was probably the most polished ship because we know it's going to feature in Squadron 42, and certainly over the years it's just everything on it's just kind of finished.
Yeah, so right there, so where's the site
It's here. If it'll. Oh, there we go. There we go.
right up there, yeah. So obviously two weapons in there now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's catty. Well, I mean, I'm good with Gladius.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the law stuff, and I was thinking probably not to say anything in case I get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure the little placard thing reminded me of it because this is an older ship, and with the Vandal stuff that's figures in Squadron 42, and then isn't it the PU's after Squadron 42, but the emphasis is on I think ships with a bit more firepower, so we're not going to see them today, but like the F8s.
Well, I mean, law-wise, it was the original first line of defense,
Yeah, I think punching above their weight would be the way to describe it. But then there's newer ships that were then built as a response to that. But still capable. It's a fun ship to fly. I actually like the pirate one. We'll start at the back of the handball just to do a quick walk through. So for a lot of people, this is the first real kind of bigger ship you see from Lawville, isn't there? There's one parked outside that you can walk around.
and battle-hardened captains leading the charge.
we're not
But
in
for every
the
Cal
Northern
Mason
take a
and
lot of
Bishop out there blowing things up, there are dozens of
damage.
unsung heroes
Yeah.
who are just as worthy of our praise and admiration. And today, here at Conrad Naval Station, Galactic Tour is going to sing an unsung song.
But I mean the turrets and the turret all are
Beat
all
Gunners
round
Race,
defence sort of
Alphonse
thing,
Lang,
you know.
a master craftsman in his own right. Starman Lang is in charge of
Here we are.
for the deadly armament.
I can't remember the last time we flew one.
Every day, well, every day
It's
they're not
quite
getting shot at and launching UAVs across the entirety of this 100-meter-long Aegis hammerhead.
So what you can do is on over on you, I don't think you can get a ballista on me, but
I'm not too sure you can fit. Actually, that's a good point. I don't think I've tried an Ursa.
you definitely get a total.
I've driven one of the bikes around the corridor. That was a bit of a mess there. It's interesting because all the entrances essentially are to space. So if you're in space and someone opens the cargo door, it's pretty much going to vent everything. At the moment, the blast doors don't work, so
Yeah, I was going to say nothing's been worked on though, getting them.
I was going to go up this way round. Where's the elevator?
If the Aegis hammerhead is a sleek shark patrolling the dangerous waters, then Alfonso is Remora stuck to its armored belly, making sure this dangerous predator stays that way. And I, for one, don't intend to stay. Starman Lang, we here at Galactic Tour salute you.
Oh, something's wrong there. I think it's mess hall. So even that, even this one with, and I know we've spoken about this before, Biv, with the potential for NPC crew. Yeah, whether they're doing the turrets or partially doing the turrets, of course players will always be better, but yeah, they're gonna have to eat, they're gonna have to get paid, rest, sleep. So there's an element of, even with the Hammerhead, of some like management game.
So, is there any
Go on again, sorry.
sleep quarters on the ship or not?
Yeah, we'll get to that next.
I know I've been in a hammerhead loads of times when I was just straight to the turret, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people forget that there's like this upstairs bit, but it really is just the. I think there's an engineering console and the mess hall. I've got. I seem to recall something about when it was out that it was like a last minute edition or something, because I'd have thought, I don't know, I always thought the mess hall would be better in the middle bit.
No, I haven't noticed them. The science point of concentration and cargo engine room sort of thing. I think that's a new addition. Or have they
I'm trying to
always
think where we are. Right, captains, that's fine. I know where we are.
have they always been in, have they?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've just never noticed them. Strange. Ah, right, crew quarters, yeah, right,
Yeah, we
yeah.
should have powered it up really first, but
Elephant for a pet. Alfonso will be the guy going, yeah, that's great, but where are you going to feed it? With the aid of advanced
Leaking butter in ya.
correctly calibrated, so that when the gunners fire target safe, spotted rifle,
yeah, leaky pipes.
At the end of the day, it's a no-frill ship
Condor.
for one purpose, you know what I mean? And that's to just go out and cause mayhem, you know?
stuck to its armored belly, making sure this dangerous predator
Yeah, it's anti-fighter shit. Not to say that it can't shoot other things, but captain's quarters, yeah. But this is where I think there will be some kind of mini gameplay for whoever's running the ship. Every time I always think of this one when you think of boarding, and when they talk about the physicalized damage system. damaging. I think the example they gave not so long ago of the engineering gameplay and rewiring or rerouting power and stuff was on the Hammerhead, but
Yeah, it was, yeah.
these blast doors don't currently work, so we'll see them at some point. But even this, if someone opens this entrance, it's going to vent the air.
Charge. But for every coward
Although I guess if the doors are shut, it's only that section.
things up, there are dozens of unsung heroes who are just as worthy of our praise and admiration. Here at Conrad Naval Station,
I was going to just see if I can power. Oh, the chairs are messed up here. Yeah, maybe I won't. I was going to see if I just power up, just to get a bit of light when we come out.
I think it makes slip change somewhere. I didn't realise there was ladders here now.
We won't bother with turrets. I was going to do a little third-person look round, but we've been round it. Whoop, and out.
Oh, look, this one's this one, oh yeah, no, there's no ladders over there, there's just one over there.
Just another Gladius. Yeah, it looks the same. There's two. I think there's a Valiant one.
Italian one, yeah.
Just a slightly different loadout. Some crazy music coming somewhere.
Aegis dynamics makes the ships that heroes are made of. Visit these legends of battle for yourself.
Where are we? Gladius. Okay, so alright. You are here is in red. We can go in the middle.
Find a new favorite? Why not take it for a test run? Many of the vehicles on display
Actually, I do know a bit of lore for the Saber. So, which one was it? The Gladius or the lore bit, Gladius or the Hornets, the new kind of next fighter contract went out. Aegis offering was the Saber, but it was the F8 from Anvil that won in lore.
Yeah.
So they are supposed to be those more up-to-date fighters or air superiority fighters equivalent, but we've got obviously we don't have the F8 in game to fly yet, but this was Aegis offering the Saber.
And to be fair, I mean this happens in real life as well. I mean, I've seen it happen myself. I mean, I worked in the defence industry, armaments, built armoured vehicles for the army and that British army. And when we were tendering for Chandra 2, there was we gave some Germans, some French, Italians, and all the rest of it, you know. And it's just one of them things. If your thing's the best, you win the tender. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's kind of good because the amount of world building that's going on over the last 8 odd years has been massive, and you know, if you dig around for it, you can find all these little tidbits, but it just kind of adds to it. It's frustrating when they keep adding new ships and that we're still waiting for gameplay and stuff like that, but it does add that more kind of in-depth to it. You're not seeing the same, you know, if it was only 3 ships flying around, I think a lot of us wouldn't have carried on following the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, I really didn't need to do that. Never mind. Just rented the reclaimer. So just this is the Comet variant. It's a bit more stealthy if I remember right. Yeah, they do There's the Sabre as well, which was there's some link with Intel, I think for some SSD drive or something, Intel Optane drive early on, where you could get another variant that was quite unique, but that would be a rare ship at some point. It's got an EMP on it.
You do realise that between the actual Felix and the Sabre next to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just massive. So the hollows should be last, but we'll do the reclaimer now.
Aye, and we've seen one get blown away.
Oh yeah. Should we walk through the landing gear because it's all there is an access point somewhere to actually walk in between it. Oh, maybe not this one. Let's see what they say. Yeah, full on salvage. There we go, lift sound, cool. Lift. It's just massive, isn't it? Massive.
Yeah.
We'll see it crunching up ships soon. Soon being very broad.